You know, when you look at the world compared to the past, it's amazing how mankind just doesn't learn from their mistakes. I just oiled my chain, so I'm kind of cautious about taking this corner. Because I should have wiped off the little bit of oil went on the tire. I think I did a good job getting the oil off. But when I'm saying mistakes, I'm going to title this video Ramifications. Wow, it's cold out. I have a thermal on underneath, like a thermal shirt. And I have another one that I'm carrying in my storage in case it gets real cold. But, okay, I'm in 6th gear. If you've ever read the Bible and you read how God judges each leader of the country, and it was interesting because I was reading it and it was like, and this guy was the king and he did evil in the sight of the Lord. So I'm like, so then I get to the next king and it's all, and this guy was the king and he did evil in the sight of the Lord. Talking about worshiping other gods and idols, paganism, things like that in the Bible. So I keep going down the list and it's like, and this guy was king for so many years and he did evil in the sight of the Lord. I'm like, God, every one of them was evil. But then I finally get to one that was, he did good in the sight of the Lord, and this king, he went and he tore down all the other altars towards these other gods. It was interesting. God's not politically correct. God praised that guy. Now in our society today, the guy that tears down the other altars, he'd be called intolerant. But it's interesting, in the Bible, God says, finally, someone does what is good, and they don't go after idols. But you know, it's interesting that our society today, and you know, we're all sinners, you know, me included, but some of us recognize it and some of us will deny it. And it's interesting that our society doesn't believe in ramifications for our actions. Sodom and Gomorrah did not believe there would be ramifications for their actions, and they got destroyed. God told Noah, hey look, this world's becoming evil. There's going to be some ramifications. Noah tried to warn people, look, there's going to be ramifications. Nobody listened. They laughed at him. I believe, you guys, there's going to be ramifications for America. Did you see Hugh Hefner? Oh my God, Hugh Hefner's going to have a very special place in hell when he dies. He's now going after the child market, trying to go after children with his pornography. They're having Marge Simpson in Playboy, I kid you not. Go ahead and Google it. Marge Simpson from the cartoon The Simpsons in Playboy. Hugh Hefner, that guy, he's never met a sin that he hasn't embraced. Hugh Hefner definitely going to hell unless some miracle happens. But this is it. Hugh doesn't know that there's ramifications. That's what I do with my videos. I'm just a sinner, no better than anyone else, but I'm not resting my salvation on my own works. I'm resting it on the finished work of Jesus Christ. But I'm here to tell you guys, there's going to be some ramifications for this fallen world. People, what the heck is that? People go, oh, I think it's stuck on my motorcycle because I didn't see it in the mirror. It's probably up front, covering my headlights, my light. But people live their life, not everyone, I don't mean to generalize. Hey, look at that cop with the radar gun on the freeway. Probably a laser gun. People live their life as if there ain't going to be no ramification. I'm using ain't because I'm a victim of the godless, liberal, indoctrinating, socialist, government-run school system. Guys, there's going to be some ramifications. All I could say is I am so glad I learned about God's standard, which is perfection. And I left the humanist religion of atheism to confess I'm a sinner in need of salvation. I'm so glad I left atheism. You know, when I read the Bible, it's interesting that it says that people that constantly reject God over and over and over, they harden their heart. I'm not kidding you guys. It says that God can give them over. Like, in other words, when it says give them over to a reprobate mind, this is what I picture. I picture someone running downhill, right? And God's trying to help them because they're running downhill too fast towards destruction. And then all of a sudden, God says, you know what? You want what you want, take it. Go for it. And he just gives up on them. Well, I thank God that he didn't give up on me. I do not see, you guys, how we're going to avoid the ramifications, the sins of our country. I think it's time we come out from among them. Run for your life, like that preaching. I have an audio preaching on my website where the preacher says, "Come out from among them, run for your life. It's unclean." I think one other thing I'll tell you real quick. I got a couple of minutes. It is interesting that Satan blinds the mind and the logic of some people. Like, I talk to people, and man, I just washed the motorcycle, so it's slipping through the air faster. And I oiled the chain. It's like effortlessly going. I looked at it, it was like 85. But he blinds their mind so much where they do not fear God. I even get atheists, non-believers, Wiccans, pagans, everyone. They email me, they go, you know, Shock, are you afraid easily? And I go, no. Why do you ask that? They go, well, why do you fear God? I go, because it's the beginning of wisdom. And I think it's about time, I tell this to them, it's about time you get a little bit of wisdom. At least the beginning of wisdom. Respect God. I don't go around, oh, I'm so afraid of God and everything. I have this respect. I know there are going to be ramifications. I'm not an idiot. I know our history. Come out from among them, people. I believe the last days are here, even knocking at the door. Well, I got about a minute or two. We did a radio show. If you click more info on the right or wherever it is, you can go to, well, actually, I'll make an annotation appear any second. shockonow.net, www.shockonow.net. We did a radio show on the last days, Ezekiel's prophecy, Revelation, the mark of the beast, the Antichrist. I'm not looking for the Antichrist. I don't really care to look for the Antichrist. I'm not looking down here, I'm looking up above for our redemption to draw us nigh. God bless you guys. I love you. Hopefully by the time I get to my destination, I won't be like a snowball with all this ice around me. It's freezing. All right, I got about a minute left. Let's give you some entertainment. Maranatha. That Mustang in front of me is going very fast.